Hello boys and girls, it's time for your math lesson. So today we're doing Saxon lesson number 26, which is telling and showing time to the half hour. So this will be quite a review for you because we learned in the beginning of the school year how to tell time pretty much any time to the 5 minute. So this we're just reviewing time to the half hour. So for this lesson, if you want, you can have your handheld clock. And you will definitely need your Master 26 page and a pencil. And then you can stay on at the end to work on the guided practice page with me if you want. If you want to do that on your own, you can just stop the video after you finish doing this with me. But this you'll need to do with me because there's no directions on it. All the directions come from me. So we're going to start by looking at our clock, so you can hold this clock in your hand. I want you to start by finding 8 o'clock on your clocks. So find 8 o'clock. Hour hand on the 8, minute hand on the 12. So on your handheld clock, move it around till you get to 8 o'clock. And once you found 8 o'clock, I want you to, with me, move your minute hand halfway around the clock. Remember, we always move clockwise to go into the future. So clockwise is to the right. So we're going halfway around the clock. And stop. What number did you stop at? The 6, right? So 8 o'clock, if something ends in o'clock, 0 minutes have passed, it's always at the 12. And if we go halfway around, we're at the 6. Notice where your hour hand is when your minute hand moves halfway around the clock. Your hour hand is between the 8 and the 9. So it started at 8 o'clock. It started touching the 8 because it's exactly 8 hours 0 minutes. But when it moves halfway around the clock, remember each of these spots is like saying 5 minutes because each of these little lines between is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. And as it moved, as our minute hand moved around the clock, the hour hand also moved, getting closer to the next hour. Right now it is halfway past the 8 on its way to the 9. So this would be half past 8. Our hour is halfway past the 8 on its way to the 9. Our minute hand is halfway around the clock. Let's try another one. So move your minute hand, finish that circle around the clock, and let's show 9 o'clock. Find 9 o'clock. Now let's move our hand to go half past 9. Half past 9. Good. So now instead of 9 o'clock, where our hour hand was exactly at the 9 hours, 0 minutes, we moved halfway past the 9, and watch what happens to our hour hand. Halfway past the 9 on its way to the 10. So this would be 9:30. Or half past 9, so 30 minutes past 9. Good. Let's try a couple more. I want you to find, let's switch it around and go to 2 o'clock. So go around, around, around. And stop when you hit 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock, while you're finding 2 o'clock, I'm going to write down 2 o'clock for you. 2 o'clock looks like this. 2 hours and 0 minutes. 2 hours on the left side of the colon. The minutes go on the right side, 0 minutes. So our hour hand is exactly at the 2. Minute hand is straight up. Now if we want to go half past 2, we will go halfway around the clock. And now the hour is half past 2. Remember, when the minute hand goes halfway around the clock, that's 30 minutes. because there's 60 whole minutes in an hour, so half of 60 minutes is 30 minutes. And now our hour hand, instead of being exactly at the 2 like at 2 o'clock, our hour hand is now halfway past the 2 on its way to the 3. So instead of it being 2 o'clock, it's 2:30, half past 2. So again, this is probably all super familiar for you. Maybe you're like, oh, this is so easy. Get on to it. We'll try one more and then we'll move on to our Master 26 page. So I want you to find 11 o'clock. So move your hands on your clock to find 11 o'clock. I'll write it down. I want you to find 11 o'clock on your clock. Okay, so 11 o'clock, your hour hand is at the 11, and your minute hand is straight up at the 12. 0 minutes have passed. So I want to find half past 11. Can you find half past 11 on your clock? Good. Did you move your minute hand halfway around the clock? And now is your hour hand halfway between the 11 and the 12? It's half past 11 on its way to the 12. Good. And what will this digital time look like? Instead of being 11 o'clock, it'll be 11:30. Half past 11. Very good. Let's move on to our Master 26 page. We're going to practice drawing the hands of our clock and writing these digital times. So I'm going to flip you around. You're going to write your name and date at the top of the page, if you haven't already. Today's date is 11/30/20. So it is the last day in November today, our 30th day in November. Tomorrow will be December 1st. So let's take a look at your first clock on your page. And I want to use this clock to show you what time we're going to start with. So we're going to start with 2 o'clock. I'm going to just go all the way around to 2 o'clock. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Okay, so I'm at 2 o'clock right now. I want to show the time for half past 2. Half past 2. Now, half past 2, how would I write this time using digits? What does half past 2 look like as a digital time? The hour is in the 2 o'clock hour. And then the minutes, how many minutes have passed if we've gone halfway around the clock? I'll give you a hint. Remember, these little blue numbers help us count the minutes. So this is 0 minutes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So half past 2 is 2:30. And now let's draw the hands of that clock. So remember, an easy way to find the exact spot you want to write the hands, if you're having trouble, is to draw a dot and then connect it back to that dot. So our hour is at the 2. But should it go exactly to the 2? No, because remember, we're half past 2. So our hour hand needs to be halfway past the 2 on its way to the 3. So I'm going to find the spot between the 2 and the 3, halfway. I'm going to draw a dot between that spot. So right there, and then I can connect it back to my center dot and make it into a little arrow. Remember, our hour hand is the shorter hand, so it shouldn't go all the way here. This is our hour, our 2 o'clock hour, and it's halfway past the 2. Now our minutes, 30 minutes, means our minute hand goes straight down. So we're going straight all the way down to here. Good. So this time shows 2:30, this time shows 2:30. And we can say half past 2. Let's move on to the next clock. I'm going to show you a time And I want you to read it for me. What time does my clock show now? Did you say 7:30 or 7:30? Good. Our hour hand is halfway past the 7 on its way to the 8. Remember, our clock only goes in this direction, so it's past the 7 on its way to the 8, so it's still in the 7 o'clock hour. And our minute hand has gone halfway around the clock, so we have 7:30. Our hour on the left side will be 7. And then our minutes, 30 minutes have passed because our minute hand is halfway around the clock. We'd write 7:30. And now we can draw the hands of this clock. So our short hour hand, it's not going exactly to the 7. It has to go halfway to the 8 because it's 7:30. So we find the 7 and we go halfway to the 8. We're going to draw a dot between the 7 and the 8. Then we can connect it back to the center dot and make an arrow. Good. And our minute hand to show 7:30, 30 minutes, we go straight down to the 6. This one touches the outside edge because it's the minute hand and it's longer. This one doesn't go all the way. It could go between the numbers, but we don't want to get all the way here, or else it'll be confusing which hand will be which. Good. So our last clock, I want you to read the clock, read the time that I put on our clock. 1:30. There we go. What time does this clock show? Did you say 12:30 or 12:30? If you did, great job. So our hour hand is halfway past the 12 on its way to the 1. So the hour is 12. And our minutes, it's gone 30 minutes around the clock. Great, halfway past 12, so 12:30. Very good. Now if we're drawing the hands to this clock, 12:30, our 12, we can't go exactly to the 12 because it's 12:30. So we have to go halfway past 12 on our way to the 1. We'll draw a dot between the 2. And then we can connect it back to our circle in the center. There's our short hour hand, halfway past the 12 on its way to the 1. And now our minute hand goes straight down to the 6, touching the outside edge of the circle. Our long minute hand has traveled halfway around the clock. So 12:30, 12:30, 12:30. Great work. So that concludes today's math lesson. And we are finished with Master 26. And now your guided class practice. If you'd like to stay on and do this with me or stay on and do the word problem with me, you're more than welcome to. If you'd like to end the video now and work on your own, you can do that too. So remember, you only have to do side A of this page and the fact page. You don't have to do the back side unless you want. You can do it if you want, but you don't have to. So I'm going to flip you around, and again, name and date on the top. You'll be handing these to me next week so I can check them all. (11/30/20). Now remember, we like to underline and circle and cross out things in our story to help us make sense of it. But first, when I read it out loud, I want you to follow along on your page, follow along with the words, and ask yourself, what is the question asking? So find the question, and then think, is this some more, or some went away? And then try to figure out where the question is, what's the label, what are we asking for, okay? So, last week, Leroy ate 5 peanut butter sandwiches. This week, he ate 2 peanut butter sandwiches and 1 cheese sandwich. How many peanut butter sandwiches did he eat? Draw a picture and write a number sentence for this story. Write the answer with a label. Where is the question in this story? Remember, it's going to have a question mark at the end. So here I found the question mark. And now where's the beginning of that sentence? It starts with the question word, how. How many peanut butter sandwiches did he eat? What are we looking for in this story? How many peanut butter sandwiches did he eat? We're looking for peanut butter sandwiches. Good. Circle peanut butter sandwiches. That's a long label. We're going to use abbreviations for this label because it's so long. Peanut butter sandwiches. All right, so we're looking for how many peanut butter sandwiches Leroy ate. Now, let's see what's happening in this story. Is it going to be some more or some went away? Let's circle anytime we find peanut butter sandwiches. Last week, Leroy ate 5 peanut butter sandwiches. Do you see anything we need there? Yes, good. 5 peanut butter sandwiches. Circle 5 peanut butter sandwiches in that first sentence. This week, he ate 2 peanut butter sandwiches and 1 cheese sandwich. Do you think we need anything in that sentence? Do you see peanut butter sandwiches there? This week he ate, good, 2 peanut, I'm going to leave that end of my circle open because butter sandwiches, I had to connect it down here. 2 peanut butter sandwiches. Good, it connects here to here. And here, and it says, and 1 cheese sandwich. Does our question ask about cheese sandwiches? No, it doesn't. Is this extra information that they're trying to trick us with? Yes, it is. Cross out that cheese sandwich. We don't need to know about cheese sandwich. It doesn't ask about cheese sandwiches, only peanut butter sandwiches. So, last week Leroy ate 5 peanut butter sandwiches. This week he ate 2 peanut butter sandwiches. How many peanut butter sandwiches did he eat? Is this some more or some went away? Good, it's some more. He ate some last week and then some more this week. Now we can draw our picture. So first, Leroy ate 5 peanut butter sandwiches last week. So we could draw 5 peanut butter sandwiches. I'm just going to draw a square cut in half. You can do your cut in half horizontal or vertical or oblique. But remember, halves, that's 2 ways to cut it in half. Five peanut butter sandwiches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we ate 5 peanut butter sandwiches last week. And then we'll draw a line to divide it because we're doing some more. So we do some, and then a line, and then some more. This week he ate 2 peanut butter sandwiches. So how many more do we need to draw? 2. Good. 1, 2. Very good. Simple pictures. Don't take too much time to draw those. All right, very good. So we have 5 peanut butter sandwiches from last week, 2 for this week. Let's write a number sentence. So first part of the sentence, he ate 5 peanut butter sandwiches. So we can write 5. And then instead of writing peanut butter sandwiches, we're going to write the first letter of each word. P, B, S. So 5, P, period, B, period, S. That will be our abbreviation for peanut butter sandwiches. And if it's some more, we're adding more. Plus, he ate 2 peanut butter sandwiches this week. So 2, P, B, S equals, how many peanut butter sandwiches did he eat? 5 plus 2 equals 5, 6, 7. 7 P B S. Very good. So our answer to how many peanut butter sandwiches did he eat? 7 peanut butter sandwiches. So you can either write out peanut butter sandwiches or you can just keep the abbreviation P B S. Very good. Great job on that number sentence. These are getting harder and harder each day, so be prepared. Always it helps to mark up our word problem. Number 2 is what our lesson was about today. First, we have to number the clock face. So I want you to number your clock face, starting with 12 at the top. Try to write your numbers small and neat. After you number the clock face, show 9:30 on both clocks. So 9:30. 9:30 is just like saying 9:30. So 9:30 is 9 in the hour hand, 30 minutes. 9:30. 9:30. Now to draw that on our clock, our hour hand, if it's 9:30, our hour hand is halfway past the 9 on its way to the 10. So draw a dot between your 9 and your 10 and connect it back to your center. Draw the arrow. And then to show 30 minutes, our long minute hand, we're going halfway around the circle, and you're touching the outside edge of the circle to show 30 minutes. 9:30. Great. When you finish with that, turn your attention to number 3. We have a pictograph. Pictograph is a picture graph, right? I always like to look at our pictograph before we answer the questions because reading it and analyzing it will help us answer these questions more easily. So the title of our graph is Our Favorite Fruits. Let's see what our favorite fruits are in this graph. Apple. What do the smiley faces mean? I can look to the key down here. Smiley face equals 1 child. So how many children like apples? 1, 2. Orange. 1, 2, 3 children. Banana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children. Whoa. Pineapple. 1. Grapes. 1, 2, 3 children. Okay, I see. Now let's look at the questions. The children in Ms. Lee's class made this graph. What fruit did the fewest children choose? So fewest means the least amount, the smallest number of children. So what fruit did the smallest number of children choose? Let's find the smallest number of circles. Did you find it? What fruit did the smallest number of children choose? Pineapple. Very good. Only one smiley face, only one child chose pineapple. We call that the fewest. Pineapple. Pineapple. Very good. What fruit did the most children choose? So the most, that means we need the greatest number. Where do we have the greatest number of smiley faces? There we go. And banana. What fruit? So it's not asking how many, it's asking what fruit. So what fruit did the most children choose? Banana. B-A-N-A-N-A. B-A-N-A-N-A. It's like A. Banana. And our last question. How many more children chose banana then chose pineapple. So these ones can be tricky. How many more children chose banana, then chose pineapple? Let's find banana, circle it, and pineapple. Banana, pineapple. Okay, good. So how many more chose banana than pineapple? So we can cross out these two because they match up. That's the same. How many more chose banana than pineapple? Well, there's no pineapple to match up here, or here, or here, or here, or here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more children chose banana than pineapple. 5 more. Good. You could also say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count back 1 time, so 6, 5. 6 minus 1, count back 1 time, it equals 5. Good. So 5 more children chose banana than pineapple. We have 2 more questions. Write these numbers. So I hope you're trying to sound these out on your own. I see some phonogram sounds. We have th and O. IR, I've hinted at this before with you. IR makes the as in first sound. So we have th, 30, 4, 34, 34. And here we have or, and E. 40, 40, 40, 3, 3, 3, 43, 43. Very good. We're getting there. We're getting there. Our last question. Find all the sums. Circle all the doubles plus 1 facts. Ooh, how do we know if a question is doubles plus 1? Both numbers have to be next to each other, remember? So a 1 and a 2 and a 3, a 3 and a 4, a 4 and a 5, a 5 and a 6. Any 2 numbers that are next to each other, that's how we know if it's doubles plus 1. So, let's look at the first one, 9 plus 3. Is this doubles plus 1 fact? No, but we can still solve it. 9 and 3 aren't next to each other, but let's still solve it. So this is an adding 9 fact, remember? I see a 9. So I circle the other number. What's 1 less than 3? 2. Put a 1 in front of it. Another way you can solve this is using touch counting. You could touch the 9 and say 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. 4 plus 3. Is this a doubles plus 1 fact? Yes, it is. 4 and 3 are next to each other. So when we find a doubles plus 1 fact, we look for the smaller number, which is 3. We double it. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Plus 1 more equals 7. So 4 plus 3 equals 7. Remember, doubles plus 1. We double a number and add 1. Circle that whole question, doubles plus 1. Very good. 4 plus 5. Is this a doubles plus 1 fact? Yes, it is. These numbers are next to each other, 4 and 5. Find the smaller number, 4. Double it. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Plus 1 more. 8 plus 1 equals 9. So 4 plus 5 equals 9. Very good. Circle the whole fact. You don't have to circle if you wrote that part. You don't have to write that part. I was just showing you. All right, 2 plus 7. Is that a doubles plus 1 fact? Are these numbers next to each other? No, they're not. But it's an adding 2 fact. 7, 8, 9. What about 6 plus 7? Is that doubles plus 1? Yes, it is, because 6 and 7 are next to each other. So if it's doubles plus 1, find the smaller number and circle it. And double it. 6 plus 6 equals 12. Plus 1 more equals 13. So 6 plus 7 equals 13. Doubles plus 1. And now what about 9 plus 6? Is that a doubles plus 1 fact? No, it's not. These aren't next to each other, but it is an adding 9 fact. So remember, for adding 9 facts, find the number that's being added to 9. What is 1 less than 6? 5. Put a 1 in front of it. 9 plus 6 equals 15. Good. I know I went pretty quickly through that, but hopefully that helped you feel like you were back in school with me and you made it through another very long lesson, but great job. And I look forward to seeing you in your other lessons.